Hey everyone, what's up? This is Dr. Charlie PT. Hope you are doing well. And real brief video here, hopefully, where I want to share with you how you can lean into positive sensations and or experiences. Yummy experiences and sensations, in my terms, to begin reducing symptoms. All right, you can see the sun's in my eyes. There's a moon right there. Watch out. Right, but as I was walking, look at this. A lot of warmth on this side, not a lot of warmth on this side. And so, one thing I want you to understand is that there's power in the mind to resolve your pain. In this video, I'll kind of walk you through maybe a little exercise or something to try on. I'll tell you what, for so many people, especially in today's world, there's a lot to be worried about. There's a lot to be hyper-vigilant about, right? It's like we're always looking over our shoulder to make sure nobody's going to come after us or call us out for messing something up. And there's just like this perpetual danger state. And it's hard to take notice of just the little things, right? We're so caught up in everyday life. We're in a fight or flight state so often. But I just heard a couple geese fly by. My left ear is a little cold. Just a beautiful field out there. And a lot of warmth. As I walked by, I was like, wow, it's really warm. And so, something maybe to consider, right, is the next time you're sitting and you start to experience pain, or you're walking and you start to experience pain, try changing the environment. Maybe sitting inside your house or at work is really yucky, but maybe go sit on a bench. There's a bench down the path not too far. And put yourself in a state that fosters calmness and allows you to really lean into some kind of yummy sensations, right? You can taste, you can touch, you can obviously see, you can hear, all these things, right? And so use all of your senses as possible yummy inputs. So if you're feeling yucky when you're sitting or standing, I'm standing here right now, or walking, whatever, right? If I were to just plant myself right here, as I'd notice sensations come up, yucky sensations, maybe in my back, my butt, my leg, it's like, hey, okay, I'm going to notice them, but then you know what? I'm going to take my attention to something else that's coming in through one of my senses. Maybe it's a cool sound, like there's a jet above right now. You probably can't hear it. Almost sounds like waves are crashing. All right, if you ever if you've ever laid on the beach, all right? Or just like a nice warmth on the skin. Again, that's a feeling. So that's something I can hear. This is something I can feel. My right hand, because I don't have one of those little tripod things, my right thumb is frozen. It's kind of a cool fall day here. And a little breezy, right? So then I hear the rustle of the leaves. So now I've got this jet up here. Now I've got the rustle of these leaves. I hear some crickets. I hear some cars. Y'all can probably hear the rustling of the wind too, right? I've got this little stake. You see that little stake right there? They're doing they're going to get rid of another beautiful field. There's going to be more of a park here. And I could just watch that. Watch that flag just flapping in the wind. Right? And so, oh, that's cool. There's like some spider webs on the edge of one of these trees. And I can see it because the sun is glistening off that. You ever look somewhere and then see sun glistening off like spider webs? You're like, whoa. Right? And so look, these are the little things that we just don't notice. Heck, I don't even notice them half the time. The reason I want to shoot this video is because I did notice them. Sorry for the mic. And so it's very easy when you're in pain to just focus on the pain. And that's it. Right? And we allow it to control us. We allow it to throw us into problem-solving mode. We allow it to freak us out, right? And that's normal. You have an unpleasant sensory experience that may be real, meaning. But at the end of the day, it doesn't always have to be like that, right? And so one thing I would challenge you to do today is, as you're experiencing those yucky sensations, that which you don't want, the pain, the numbness, the tingling, don't ignore it. And obviously if it's really yucky, that's fine. Get up, move around, take a seat if the trouble is walking. But maybe lean into something that feels yummy. Use one of your senses, that which you can hear or taste or touch or see, right? And allow yourself to get lost in that for a moment. And then just see what happens. What happens to the sensation? So as you're sitting there, instead of sitting in your house, go sit in a park. Notice the sensations for what they are. Something a little yucky, right? Only do this if things are tolerable. But then go ahead and lean into a positive experience. All right? And so again, this might be a breeze. This might be the sun. The sun just hit me. Right? The warmth. This might be a sound. Just tune into something outside and or something inside, but something outside you. So often we ignore these things, right? And oftentimes what you'll notice if you do this is that something funky happens to your sensations. Something funky happens to the pain, happens to the numbness, happens to the tingling. Not all the time. It's okay if it doesn't change, but it allows us to change our reaction to it. I think that's really what I'm getting at. It took me 6 minutes, but that's what I'm getting at. All right? So often the reaction is fight or flight, freak out, oh my gosh, what's going on? Let's avoid it. Let's get out of it. And again, if symptoms are really yucky, absolutely, let's get out of it, okay? But if you're sitting there, you start to notice things, just for a moment. Practice taking in some other yummy experience. And I gave you a bunch of examples. Things are happening all around us, and we're in pain. And we're in this thing we call life. We so often ignore these things. But if you can pick it up on them, if you can tune into them for just a moment, sound of the birds, rustling of the wind, all kinds of little highlights on that grass out there, little dew in the morning, beautiful sunset, warmth on my face, could be anything. You can't get this wrong. That's the other cool thing. Instead of worrying like, am I doing this exercise right? Is my form correct? Charlie, how are you going to know if my form is correct? Maybe that's another YouTube video. You can't get this wrong because it's your experience. It's your pain experience. And what's also your experience is this thing we call life. All right? Try it on. Lean into yummy experiences. You can start to change your reaction to pain from one of, oh my gosh, what's going on, to one of, wow, I didn't go that path for just a split second. Instead of freaking out, I was able to not. I checked into my yucky sensations in my back, my butt, my leg. And then guess what? I leaned into something else using one of my other senses. And I came back to it. Wow, that was kind of cool. I don't have to hurt. Right? Now, again, it's okay if it doesn't change. But just this simple practice of trying to calm down the nervous system is something that you're going to want to consider. All right, so that's all I got. Everyone, this is Dr. Charlie Johnson, PT. By the way, if you're watching this and you're curious about how we help people all around the world with back, butt, sciatica problems, you want to learn what that process might look like for you and gain some insights and or look at things in a different way, then go ahead and check out my free workshop. You can probably click some link above. Again, we'll give you a different approach because if you want different results, you've got to have a different approach. All right, thanks everyone. Let me know your thoughts below. Was this helpful? How can you use this? Did you use it? Did you try it on, right? And what was your experience doing so? Hopefully it gets you a chance and gives you the opportunity to slow down a little bit and notice that which is around us. Thanks everyone. Chat soon.